everyone to a cast of players, the Chronicles of Valtor, and you join our mercenary group of sort of heroes, but not really. No one really knows what they are. No, they are not Gregor Martwick's mighty mercenaries.
No.
Doesn't even a name?
Acacia Barney's Band of Brothers?
In the town of Arcport, as they are investigating the missing Victor Mattingham, a contact of the friend of Trayston. And they have begun to investigate some of the happenings. They have met some of the people here. They have split off with their other contact with the friend, Garrett Harpen. He has moved the horses over to the stables at the Cliff House. But you have gone to Victor's cottage, and you have approached to find that it is in a normal state of affairs. The door is unlocked, but there is no signs of breaking and entering. There are no signs of struggle, disturbances, anything like that in his sparsely appointed house. Acacia, you have gone to the front door. You have moved it to open it because you wanted to open it with your lockpicks, but instead you went, I'm just the best lockbreaker ever. I can open the door by using the handle.
Yep.
As mentioned, inside you see that it is sparse, it's bare. There's lots of crates and barrels, not much in the way of furniture.
I meticulously search every crate and barrel.
They're all empty.
It's good
Fun.
I'll go in and start looking around the place properly, check his room.
Yeah. There's nothing really of interest inside the cottage itself, but likewise no sign of life. As far as you can tell, there's no indication of someone that has packed up their things to go on a few days' travel. You do find in his room a travel sack, like a backpack.
Oh. It's a bit strange he hasn't taken this with him, isn't it?
Quite peculiar.
I open it up and have a look inside.
It is also empty,
Oh,
as if he's not packed to go anywhere.
but the horse is gone.
We've not checked the stable.
Well, we did look through.
Oh, did we see
I'm
the
assuming you
stable?
would have heard or seen a large horse.
You didn't go to the stable. You saw the stable, but you've not gone there.
To the stables!
Let's check the stable. Yeah.
What is the horse called? Amethyst?
Amethyst, yeah.
Yes.
As you approach the stable, a grey speckled horse looks up from its trough, the hay all but missing.
Are you Amethyst?
Could one of you make an animal handling check, please?
I will do it.
No, it's
I like
Brave?
the horse.
Brave?
Natural 20! Capture the horse, it's mine now.
The horse looks
become
like
a horse.
it is in the early stages of malnourishment and dehydration,
I immediately-
but nothing that can't be reversed with a bit of attention and care.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for some hay.
It's too late for the horse!
You guys investigate. I'm gonna go find some hay.
Well, I'm with you at this point, but yeah, okay. You say that you're going to do that. The girl, Anna, was with us. She's
Yeah.
still outside.
She's remained up the top with Garrett, who is stabling the horses at the Cliff House, the inn.
Oh, so she's actually at the Cliff House now. So
Yes.
we're
Drawing us a
not.
map.
Yeah, she's giving you a bunch of details. You've asked, or Gregor has asked her, to give juicy gossip about people in town.
I cannot wait to read this tonight.
I can't wait either, I'm buzzing.
So yeah, whilst you're tending to the horse, I go back in the house and I find you two. So the horse is still here. He's not left this village.
Empty knapsack and also a horse outside.
Yeah.
But we've had two people, including that annoying child, tell us the same thing.
Yeah, and she said that he left
On the
on
horse?
his wagon, which the horse pulls. Is there a wagon around here?
There is a wagon, yeah, just inside the stable itself. It's also worth pointing out, because this is the nature of this particular adventure, which is a mystery, just in case you missed it in the previous session, both Franklin Estrup and Anna have mentioned that he left. Sylvie Cross, the secretary, said that he would be down by the docks fishing.
Oh, maybe he's come back. Maybe he's already been on his trip.
Doesn't read with me. These villagers, they know each other really well. So much so I think that they know exactly what everyone's doing pretty much all the time.
Is there anyone like outside in the other
Next
On
door.
the street?
in the
or-
other houses?
Could you all make a straight up intelligence check, please?
4!
10.
Ooh,
Tell you what, you can do history to increase that if you so wish,
Oh.
because it is recent history. Use the dice that you had.
That will be
Just add history if you have history.
22.
22.
12.
Oh no, it's still 4. It's still 4.
Because believe it or not, my best stat is indeed intelligence.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Gregor,
Yes.
as someone who is perhaps more absorbing of information than perhaps you let on,
Yes.
you've been in certain circles. Certain circles where people have a go-to. What I mean by this is when you're in certain upper echelons of society, a lot of the times people just have topics that they talk about. And oftentimes this sort of loops around. You've noticed that every person, not necessarily every person, but every group of people, when they say hello to you, there is an oddity to it. There's about 4 or 5 stock phrases that everyone seems to be repeating with no real difference in how they're saying it.
God,
And at first you thought this was a little odd, and it is just people being friendly in their own little way. But over time, like as you're approaching Victor's house, you know, there's a man walking past you who's like, "Oh, hello, welcome to Arcport." This was the first thing that was said to you in that exact same cadence by someone else when you entered.
So it's like being in Skyrim. Everyone's saying the same thing.
Kind of.
Okay, interesting. Can I test the theory by like, if it's just the pennies dropped, can I go like quiz a villager, just ask them odd questions and see what they say?
I mean, you can do. There's no one sort of on the pathway
Well,
at
yeah.
the moment, but it's just something that you've kind of noticed at this stage.
Okay, cool.
You've not relayed this.
I haven't relayed that at all. That's just in my noggin. Gregor Martwick. There we go.
But this is also part of why you recognise it.
Yeah.
You've been saying Gregor
Weird
Martwick's
stuff. Yeah.
Mighty Mercenaries for so long that that repetition is fine for every new person that you meet, but for everyone else around you, it's kind of you're falling
he's
back
doing
into
a bit.
habits, and these people are being very habitual.
Now, when we spoke to Sylvia Cross, she mentioned that Victor was quite a, let's say, almost like not a leader, but he seemed to be rallying the fishermen. Now, if anyone's going to know where he is or has gone missing, I wonder if we're getting conflicting stories from our friends back at the town hall, that perhaps we ask one of the fishermen, see if they know where Victor's gone. If he disappeared in the night suddenly, or if he's just fishing down by the docks.
I doubt he's fishing down by the docks if he's left Amethyst in this state.
She's right.
Yeah, for reference, the horse is in the early stages of malnourishment and dehydration.
It's been a
So
while.
It's been a couple of days.
Interesting.
She'll be fine.
Okay.
So are you two still out in the stables at this point, or have you kind of all?
I think I'm still inside.
You're still inside. You
I've come back in
Yeah, you
after
come back
in. You
watering
came out
and,
to us
and
upstairs,
feeding.
Well, we've got to lead with the girl. She said that he's left now. She's either lying or she thinks that he left.
She also seems to be one of the only other people, except for those at the town hall, that aren't somewhat creepily normal.
What do you mean?
She seems to have some bit more charisma and personality. Have you not noticed all the townspeople seem to just say hello? They're not at all perturbed by us. Bearing in mind, I'm a heavily armed, one-eyed, mustachioed explorer extraordinaire.
We don't
And they just seem to go, hello.
We don't exactly look like we fit in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I suppose now you mention it, it is a little strange.
The place is a bit off, isn't it? Well, whilst we're here, should we just nip down to the dock just in case?
It's worth.
Ask some of the fishermen. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else that you want to do in the cottage for now, or are you gonna?
I would like to thoroughly search it and see if there is any sign of
Loose bricks or
a
anything.
struggle.
Have I got any wolf bacon left? in
Check
my
to
various
see if there's
pouches?
any specifically check for like secret compartments or anything where he may stash things.
Could you make an investigation check for me, please?
I will attempt to. Hey! 17.
Okay. When you went to the stables, you were like immediately like, horse, trouble, danger, must protect. You, given that Acacia basically just went straight for the horse, you were a bit more cognizant of the fact that at the far end of the stable, the wooden paneling on the back wall seemed newer than the rest. Oh.
Yeah, Dorian goes over to it and sees if there is any way to open, push.
Loose panel pulls apart and reveals a cavity in the stone walls.
Sweet.
Inside is a small lockbox, a number of metal tubes, maybe 8 inches in length, about half a dozen of them or so. They're about 8 inches in length, an inch across. These are not stacks. You've seen stacks of coin before. These are larger than that. Each of them is quite heavy. They weigh about 2 pounds.
Hang on, they're full of coins.
No.
Oh.
And there's a lockbox?
There's a lockbox and about half a dozen of these metal tubes, which are, about that long, about 8 inches long, about an inch across. They're quite weighty.
They're not part of the box, they're separate.
No, they're separate. They're separate. They're sort of stacked up in a little pyramid, so 3, 2, and 1.
What can you see? Come on, I'll be outside.
Dorian,
I would have followed you back out.
Dorian
because-
takes them all
Yeah.
out and then brings them back into the house and shows you along the way.
My goodness, well done, old chap. What did you find then?
I'm not quite sure what they are or what's inside. Can I open these?
These
stacks?
are, so you see on the tubes that they are almost hermetically sealed, but there is a top.
Dorian goes to open and then actually puts it down. Let's try the box first.
Yep, it's a small iron lockbox. There's a
it
little
locked?
there's a little keyhole. Rattles. Would you like to try and open it somehow?
Practicing. May I please try?
You may make a sleight of hand check with your thieves' tools.
Dorian slides it over to you.
Where is my slip? It's an 18.
And you can pop the lid.
Oh,
Pop the lid open. What's inside?
Inside is a small leather pouch, inside of which is a polished stone made of an off-white granite carved into a spiral shape. There are also 20 stacks, so 200 gold pieces.
Can I investigate the stone? See if I can tell anything about it.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Oh, I am on fire today. 17.
This is a sending stone. You can use it to send messages to the person who has the other stone.
Secrets.
I guess this is how he contacts the friend.
My
yeah.
goodness.
It's worth pointing out as well that when you were given your dossier, Sven, the contact, debt collector, what have you, mentioned that there was no dead drops, sendings, or the like from Victor.
Oh, and like if we see seeing a sending stone, are we like, oh, it's a sending stone? Are we like, ah, look, it's a sending stone?
Yeah, so a sending stone is they're not
Like a phone.
they're not. So
But we know what one
think of
is.
it. Do you remember when the Nokia 3210 came out?
Very fondly.
And when someone gets that phone, like back when we were like kids, teenagers, whatever, you weren't born yet. You were probably not born.
I'm born.
I mean, you would have been like 4
Yeah.
when it came out.
Doesn't count.
It came out when I was like 10. And it was like, it was a really big deal when someone got their first phone. It's kind of like that. They're not, a sending stone, a sending stone is not like a telephone nowadays where everyone has one. They're not, it's not rare magic, but it's
Mobile phone in the 80s.
But
it's
uncommon.
uncommon enough for you to be like, huh.
It's like the Nokia 8780 from the first Matrix.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Gets out the FedEx package.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what I am also going to take out the stacks and hand them out.
Sure.
But how does it actually work? Do you just talk into it?
We're gonna get chased by an agent now.
See 2 black hats.
Yeah, you would talk into it. And the message would be received by the person at the other end. You can send a message of up to 25 words. Anything past that would just get cut out.
Well, I wonder if Dorian said, should we send a message back, say we're here? It appears like he's been taken.
Yeah, we don't know who's on the other end of that
maybe we
sending
should-
stone.
maybe
We're
we should-
assuming currently that he's been taken, I'd say, given he's left his money and his sending stone. Yes, I'm pointing with my gun because I'm a little bit on edge. Given he's left his sending stone and his money, we don't know if maybe he's double-crossed our friend, the friend, or has he been taken by someone else?
Perhaps we should bide our time. We may ourselves receive a message.
Yeah.
I think we should hang on to it for sure.
What's in the tubes? Tubes?
Yeah, so the big two, so not the stacks. So the stacks
stacks
are
have been
about-
handed
yeah,
out.
The stacks have been
Everyone has
handed out.
stacks.
You've all received 5 stacks then. I presume you were doing them equally?
Yes.
Okay, so you've all received the equivalent of 50 gold pieces.
Ooh, sick.
Inside the larger tubes, You would need to open them if you want.
May I try?
You may try. Could you make a strength check for me, please?
I
So
will.
strong, I believe in
will, thematically have a little nibble on one of my pouches.
Okay, so you got
Not the pouch itself. What's inside the pouch?
Are you raging to get advantage, or are you just gonna for flavor purposes?
Yes, because I get advantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Would you like a dice for your advantage?
I would. Well, that's not going well.
I helped you though.
Yeah, a little bit. It will be 13.
13?
No, I'm thinking my attack bonus. It will be 11.
11. It's incredibly stiff. There doesn't appear to be a keyhole or a latch or a lock on them at all.
Anybody else want to try?
Do they resonate or anything weird?
Yeah, is there any way you can detect magic on them?
I'll tell you what, make an investigation check for me, please.
True. Oh, we all got a
both,
tube.
yeah.
We've all got a
Yeah.
It's like sword in the stone.
Jubing. 7.
17.
17?
No, 18, sorry. I can't do
14
maths.
on my
14.
investigation.
14 as well.
So you can all make an athletics check to try and pry one open.
Athletics.
You three, these are made of lead.
Oh. Oh, it's not ammunition, is it?
Doesn't look like it's not a shell.
Yeah, because Gregor would.
There's nothing radioactive inside, is there?
Oh.
A 10.
Nope.
Oh, a 14.
Nope.
Come on.
It's all in your hands.
Ow.
Athletics, no. 10.
Can we just keep trying?
You'll need a lot more time
Okay.
to keep trying, but you
Can
can
I try and open one?
if you want to.
Oh, no.
I'm going to go outside if you're doing that.
I'll ask the group.
No, Dorian, as soon as you hold Bertha up, Dorian
Wow.
just shakes his
Oh,
head.
this isn't Bertha, this is the little gun. I
Okay.
wouldn't Bertha it, there'd be nothing left.
Is it like a screw top or a pop top?
You can't quite tell.
Can I try and
Pry it?
Yeah, with a dagger.
You can do a sleight of hand check with disadvantage.
A 17?
Oh.
I'm a smart cookie.
With disadvantage, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 11 plus 6. My sleight hand.
You open it up. Inside is a red crystalline powder that seems to shimmer even in the shadows. Could you all make a history check for me, please?
L'histoire.
23.
20.
Yeah, no.
10.
It feels familiar, but you don't know why. You know exactly what this is. This is Fulmis. This is a magically charged, extremely volatile explosive.
Schroeder's
And
not like,
it's
get
currently
away!
in my hand.
You recognize this from your time in the Kneeling Republic. For this much to be in this one place is either incredibly brave or incredibly stupid.
Thank God I didn't
Or
shoot it.
They don't know what it is.
Everyone
It's a
back!
trap.
Everyone back! Put it down! Put it down!
Is it a
What
powder?
is it? What is it?
Put the lid
Is it-
back on it!
Is it a powder?
Yeah, it's like a crystal powder.
Have you poured it out of you?
Yeah,
like, just
I
looked
poured
at
it out into my hand.
Yeah, it's almost like jumping in your hand. It's like
Put it back in the thing.
Put it back in the tube.
Really, really gently gonna shake it back.
Have we got any
Tube.
water? Has anyone got like a?
yeah, you would all have. Well, I mean, your water skins would have been with your bags
Yeah.
up in.
Pop
Yeah,
the top
I'm gonna.
back
Oh,
on
yeah, I'm
that.
gonna take the thing very delicately off at the bottom and put it very carefully back, like upright, and be like, "Wash your hands. Wash it all off your hands."
Go get the water from the trough of the horse.
What
Oh,
is
maybe
it?
not. No, I don't want the horse to explode.
A highly volatile substance, often used in warfare. It's not nice. We don't want it going off. I can only assume they're either planning something quite dastardly or don't know what this is.
What the bloody hell has Victor been doing? What is all this?
I don't know either, but this is a lot to be in one place.
Are we safe to assume that the other tubes are filled with the same thing?
They all look the same. Now that you kind of know what's inside there, you realise these are transport containers. These are inert, sealed containers. These would not be used for an active explosive. No. You could fashion them into one if you wanted, but that would be a very tricky prospect. Yeah. These are basically the containers. It's like, you know, like in films where it's just like, danger, contains C4.
Yeah.
And then inside it's like a big old steel box. And then you open it and they're like
Yeah, they're
all
not like
inert. And
dynamite sticks.
They're not dynamite sticks. These are effectively the containers for the explosive.
So what
for
you're telling
something
us that we have acquired Fantasy C4.
You've actually acquired fantasy dynamite.
My goodness.
I can only assume, based on the travel in that container, he may well be selling this, or someone is trying to sell this, or make some sort of profit off it.
Maybe this is what he sends to the friend, or?
Quite possibly, or he's getting it somewhere to give it to the friend. This isn't currently weaponized, but you could fashion it into an explosive if you wanted to. Just right now, it seems to be in the process of being moved or sold, or it's his contingency plan. Either way, Victor is bad, not good.
I guess the fish trade could be a cover for.
Or maybe he's
transporting
using
all
it to
this.
fish.
The fish are.
They did say he was very lucky at fishing.
Just blowing them out of the water.
Do you have any idea how big a bang this will make?
Substantial.
Yes, you do. So, mechanically speaking, if the powder with the amount of powder that's in there, if you were to pour it out and ignite it, it would instantly explode in a 30-foot radius and would inflict a lot of damage.
And that's per thing.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, and how many things are there?
6.
Are we quite confident that the tubes are very secure?
Yes. Like, once they're sealed, it's fine. But we don't know what was going to be in there.
Yeah.
Are they valuable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just stop opening everything we find.
Well, I think we should hold on to them. This will come as an insurance policy for us down the line. If I feel like we've stumbled across quite an uneven path we seem to be treading on.
Could you make a Smith's Tools check, please?
A smith?
What?
It's never been done.
Oh, it hasn't been done, has it?
Doesn't even exist on the skill
I
set.
believe you are proficient in Smith's Tools as an artificer.
Yes. Is that an intelligence?
It would be with your intelligence, yes. And then you will add your proficiency bonus to it.
Oh,
It was good.
21.
Oh boy.
The one that you've opened will no longer be hermetically sealed.
No.
You could reseal it, but it will not be as stable or as safe as it could be. Mm-hmm. You could fashion it into a thrown explosive device.
I've already passed it to you.
It will
at this
take
point.
you most of your long rest to do. And will require a lot of, like, if you are interrupted, it's a bad time. If you are drunk, it will probably be a bad time. You're looking at it going, in theory, I could.
I feel
like you would.
I feel like this much.
Given that you have opened a hermetically sealed container, you can't reseal it without a proper workshop.
Yeah.
And you do not think there will be a proper workshop here.
Can I dispose of it safely via the means of pouring it into the sea or something?
Yeah, you could.
Because I feel like Gregor, based on his experiences, wouldn't want to see it again.
Dorian asks you, do you think you could do something with this if you can't seal it?
We could, but from experience, it's just nasty. It's nasty stuff. I want to make sure it's fully washed off your hands. If it gets any heat near that, you could very much bust your hand off. Well, let's make sure this is removed. I don't want this in a village with just random fishermen. It's not right. We'll take the others with us. It's very valuable, and we might be able to sell it to a proprietor of goods later down the line. But now this one is unsealed, I think it's best we just get rid of it, if I'm completely honest. I could try and fashion it into some sort of explosive device, but then at that stage, unless I have a proper workshop, Fuzzy Bells is miles away, and I don't really want to bring it back to an inn. I'm completely honest.
It's not worth the risk, is what you're saying.
I don't believe so.
Put your hands in the trough. Come on.
Slowly creeping. I'm scared I'm going to explode. I'm going to go very slow.
We'll keep
over
the
to
others.
the sink.
We'll keep the others because I feel with the right headspace, we could use it later down the line. I just don't want the unsealed one. Now it's sort of all over the shop, going off accidentally.
You can seal it back up. It just won't be hermetically sealed.
Sealing it back up is as simple as just.
It just won't have.
Seal it, yeah.
It won't. It won't
I've already
be
done
as
it. Back on.
sealed as if
Put the lid back
if
on.
it was in a controlled space.
Yeah, how far away are we from the sea?
You're about halfway down towards the docks at this point, so you're maybe like a 2-minute walk.
Okay.
Dorian takes it off your hand, puts the lid back on.
Because I want to keep the other ones because I feel like
I'll hold on to this one. You hold on to those. We'll keep them separate.
on our own terms, we could use it.
Yeah. So I'll put mine as safely as I can in my pack.
I'm now staying very
separate
far
from
away
the
from
others.
you.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Because I feel like if we're sneaky, we could plant one, and then I could shoot it.
Yeah. There's a whole host of fun things we can do.
I want the stabilized ones.
Okay. So let's go down to the docks, speak to the fishermen. Then maybe we'll double back, speak to the girl.
Yes.
Yes. I want to see what juicy gossip she's gathered on the townsfolk.
Yeah, I also want to see why she said he had gone when he's not.
Certainly seems like he's been taken.
You continue walking down towards the docks, as I say, about a 2-minute walk. You can see there's maybe half a dozen people here, not many. Maybe 3 fishing boats are out in the cove.
How do they greet us?
Can I test my
Is it
theory?
the same as everyone else?
Can I test my theory?
Yeah, go for it. So you approach just so there's a man. He's mooring up his boat.
Yeah. Good day.
Good day, sir.
How many fish have you sold?
Today we're waiting for Vic to get back with the spoils.
Where is Victor?
He left a few days ago.
How old is Victor?
Mid-40s, I think. Why are you asking about Victor?
What shoes are you wearing? Fish. Sky. Moon.
He backs off slightly at this and goes back to tying his...
Did you see Victor leave, did you?
Yes, he left about 2 days ago.
And you saw him left with his wagon and horse?
Well, that's what he usually does. He wouldn't walk.
Or did you see it?
He stops slightly. Yes.
With the wagon and the horse?
Well, yes, he wouldn't walk, would he?
You saw the wagon and the horse?
Yes.
You seem very uncertain.
Well, he wouldn't walk, would he?
Just look at everyone else now.
Do you have a port master here?
I suppose Erica is the one that's been here longest of us all.
And where's she?
He points further down the dock.
I approach. I start walking to Erica.
Yeah, there's a woman. It's the only woman on the docks. She's perhaps in her late 40s. She's furling the sail of her boat as it bobs up and down in the docks. Hair's black, a few greys streaked through. Her skin is almost as weather-beaten as her angling gear that she's wearing. Her eyes as green as the sea that is out in the cove. Right, strangers, brings you to the arse end of this world.
We're after Victor, actually.
Yeah, what do you want with him?
Old friend of his, actually. Was hoping to catch up with him.
Not that he's got any friends at all, quite frankly. Odd sort that he is.
Well, Miss Cross told us he'd be down here.
He left a few days ago.
Did you see him?
Yeah, he left yesterday morning. Yeah, that sounds about right.
With his horse and wagon?
Well, yeah, I mean, because he takes all of our catches down into the main cities and whatnot and sells them on. So, he always comes back with a full wallet. Never wants a cut either. I don't know how he does it, quite frankly,
I don't know how he does it either, given his horse and wagon still in his house.
That's impossible. He left a couple of days ago. I saw him off myself.
Did he leave a couple of days ago or yesterday morning?
Yeah, well, yesterday morning, a couple of days ago. It's the same thing.
Okay.
You saw him off.
I saw him off. I always
Okay.
see him off. I bring him, freshly baked bread for the road.
No chance he could have returned in that time.
It's unlikely. Not if his usual route is he goes across to Tauron, then he doubles back up to Trayston, sells a bit there, and then he heads straight back down here. So yeah, it's usually a round trip of what? What's that? 5-6 days?
If someone was under a spell or a hex or whatever
you
would
would
call
need
it in your
detect
world.
magic for that.
Okay. I would need detect magic, you say?
Yes.
Like, I think I actually have.
Do you actually have detect magic?
You look a
So I'm actually going
a
to.
book one time.
I'm actually going to detect magic. I'm going to check because that was what I took on my last
you also
level.
have a magical sensibility. You can detect the type of
I
magic
got
being used.
magic awareness with me, wild magic.
I'm going to just double check. I'm pretty sure it's what I took on my last level up, which was level 4.
Can I try and sniff it out?
Yeah, with your sense of magique.
Yes. Investigation.
That would be...
Yes, I do have detect.
You do have
magic.
detect magic? Okay, very good. So, you can just, as an action, open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. You know the location of any spell within 60 feet of you, and you sense which school of magic it belongs to. With detect magic, I believe it's pretty much the same thing.
That's cool.
Let's join forces.
Things like-
Mega magic detection!
out
For
the
the
ghosts.
duration, which will be 10 minutes, You can also cast this as a ritual. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Would that detect someone that's under the effects of magic, or only if they are bearing magic?
You can see the faint aura of magic around any visible creature or object in the area that bears the magic.
So I think if a spell was put on a person, by definition, you wouldn't necessarily see it.
You won't know unless you try.
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Always going to try.
I mean, so far I've been shouting moon and fish at the man, so
Yeah.
it's worth a go.
Yeah, you can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. Would you like to do a full action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object around you?
Yes, I would like to do that.
Everything is pink.
Everything.
Everything is pink, apart from you four.
Like, as in the boats, the...
Everything has an aura of magic around it. Specifically enchantment magic.
All right.
Oh.
That is the pink is the school, is the colour of the school of enchantment. You kind of know from your like...
Okay.
Concerning.
So the grounds, the boats,
The place is soaked in enchantment magic. It's actually really uncomfortable.
Yeah. Dorian suddenly sees that everything that we're looking at is not actually as it would appear. I take a stand back. Thanks for your time. And I put my hand on your shoulder and on yours. You can feel that I'm
You're
pulling
fine.
you away.
You were shouting
I
moon
look
and
at
fish
you.
at people.
I look at you. And as we start I start walking back up, and I speak in a more hushed tone to ensure that, just in case there's any, listening ears or peering eyes. Okay, listen. I just had a little look around with my sight, and this whole place is soaked in enchantment magic. I'm not sure anything that we actually see here is what's really going on.
I see.
Including every person, too.
The entire
Everybody?
village has
The
been put under
entire
a spell.
village.
Is it worth checking the sending stone and our tubes as well, just to see if they've been tampered with?
Yeah, pull the tube out.
So fullness is a magically charged powder. If you were to, would you like to open it again?
No, I just want to see if the actual canisters themselves are.
And the sending stone, in case people have been wiggling with
Yeah,
it.
they've got an aura of pink
But
enchantment
just
around
because
them.
they're magic naturally.
The sending stone has a aura of divination around it.
Okay. So it's a different type of magic.
Yeah, that's a light turquoise colour.
But enchantment is different from illusion. It's not necessarily...
Correct.
Yeah.
How long does his magic vision last?
10 minutes. He can spend a minute to keep it going as a ritual, so you will never burn any spell slots, but you need a minute to kind of recharge it.
We should go back to Miss Cross and see if she's...
We should,
Yeah.
see if we can
Because
find
she's the only
anything.
one that said something different.
Yeah.
As we go back up, Luke, can I get Amethyst? I don't want to leave Amethyst behind.
Yes.
Is the horse enchanted?
Is the horse enchanted?
Yeah, the horse has a pink aura around it.
What are you bringing the horse for?
Because I don't want to leave it on its own in case it starves to death. I was
You
going to
just
give
fed
it
it,
to. I was
didn't
going to give it to Garrett, so it's actually looked after
yeah, fair
in
enough.
case we don't return.
Yeah, the horse. Like as you.
And also a good proof that the horse is still around.
Yeah,
He's not left with his horse and wagon.
that's a good point.
Yeah, that goes straight back to Miss Cross's reception.
As we head back, does he still? Is everything still?
Yeah, and I'm relaying this to you. I'm saying...
Yeah.
everything.
Could we see the lighthouse from where we were?
Yeah, the lighthouse is.
Is the lighthouse
further up.
pink?
He can only see it in
Okay.
30 feet aura. But basically, as you're walking, you're kind of just going focus, and it's just every 30 feet that you step, you're kind of
Yeah.
doing it again, like just kind of focus, and you can just everywhere you go. It's almost like a sonar
Yeah,
in a way,
yeah.
and you just kind of go boom, pink, 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 boom, pink, 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 pink.
Okay. Yeah, go into sea
Oh, welcome back, my friends. Any luck?
before I say anything. Is she enchanted?
Yeah.
No luck, actually. And in fact, you said he'd be down at the docks, but he's not.
Oh, that's bizarre. Maybe he's gone home.
In fact,
No.
everyone else we've spoken to has said that he's left town.
Including Frankie up there.
That's very odd.
We also found his horse.
So he's
And
not
his-
left town.
And his wagon.
Yeah.
So he's not left.
What the bloody hell's happened to him then?
I guess it's as good as ours.
I start walking upstairs past her. I'm going to knock on
Yeah,
Frankie's door again.
sure. Yes, come in.
I poke my head in.
Ah, hello there. Forgive me, I didn't catch your names last time. I'll just... Victor's friends.
Dorian's the name. I just had one last question, actually. Miss Cross downstairs said that we'd find Victor at the docks.
Nonsense. The man left a few days ago.
And is he enchanted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Her mistake, I guess.
Easy enough to make. She's a very busy woman, as am I. Have you thought about any investment opportunities here in Arcport yet?
Goodbye. Close the door.
Oh, very well. No accounting for... You can hear him behind him. Oh, no accounting for taste, I suppose. More for you.
We definitely introduced ourselves to him.
Yeah.
I did.
Perhaps we should make our way to the tavern. There's still some things to sort out, isn't there?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'll leave towards the tavern with you guys.
Okay.
With Amethyst.
You head towards the tavern. The Cliff House, a large 4-story building which, as its name implies, is on the edge of the cliff overlooking the entrance to Jalen's Cove as well as the docks below. The wood panelling is weather-worn, the colour faded, parts of it pitted from salt water in the air, but the core of its stone structure has held firm for what you guess would be centuries, despite the elements chipping away at the building. Inside, it's cosy, it's warm, a fireplace is crackling away in the corner, there's inviting sofas and chairs dotted around. A small bar stands off to one side, but no one appears to be manning it. In the corner next to the fireplace, there's an old woman that sits in a leather chair, her eyes closed. A shawl draped over her.
She enchanted?
Yep.
Okay. I'll knock on the table or counter.
Oh, I'm so sorry, my dears. I must have drifted off. Welcome to the Cliff House, your singular stop for food, drinks and board in our quaint little town of Arcport. I'm Irina, the landlady of this adorable little establishment. You're here for a spot of food, maybe some tea, a little something stronger. It is the afternoon after. You notice she's got a half-empty glass of sherry in front of her.
Of course she does. We were hoping for some food and maybe a few rooms for the night.
Oh, absolutely. Are you with the young man and the girl? The bloody girl Anna. She's cottoned onto you. They're your horses, aren't you?
Yes.
I would apologise for her, but though not my place to. That's down to her parents. Bless them.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Yes. So it's the four of you. You must be the four that Mr. Harpin mentioned. Is that his name?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, your room's already set up. He's sorted out food for you as well. You just let me know, and I'll make sure that cook gets it ready.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I can do for you, or show you to your room?
Beverages.
We have wine, we have sherry, we have whiskey, we have mead, we have ale. Oh, I would avoid the ale, my dear. I tapped the keg a few days ago. It may not be any good.
Interesting. Could I please try a sip of this ale?
Absolutely, yes. I mean, hope your constitution is stronger than mine.
She pulls out a small tasting glass of it.
Can I smell it?
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah, but is it like really off?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. I'll just put it. No, not for me.
Understandable. It's an acquired taste around here. Some of the wine might be sealed, though. It's an odd one. I have to tap the kegs for some of the locals, but then they never drink enough of the bloody stuff. I'm hoping that once the spring's up and running, then I'll have a bit more business, you see. It'll be much better for me and whatnot involved.
Just a bottle of your cheapest and strongest wine, please. And I kind of beckon you all over. That beer has been off for weeks. She certainly didn't tap it a few days ago. Something very sinister is happening here.
Okay.
I have a mechanic question before I go off on one. So, being a half-elf, I have Fey ancestry,
Yes.
which gives me advantage versus charm.
Correct.
That's what I've written in my notes. Does that protect me from certain types of magic?
Potentially. We'll find out, won't we?
There are no elves in this
It
town!
becomes relevant. There is one elf. Anna told you that there is an elf.
An
called
elf, a
Arrow,
lonely elf.
The elf up in the lighthouse.
In the lighthouse.
Who no
I've
one
not
really
actually
sees,
shouted
she
this
said.
at this point. I was just very excited.
I understand.
Where's Anna?
You actually saw her in the stables with Garrett as you approached.
Is she enchanted?
I think I did ask that, and you said yes.
Of Anna,
Yeah.
the young girl,
Yeah.
you didn't ask that, but yeah, she is enchanted. yes.
Okay.
Man.
Everyone's enchanted.
Have you?
Are we enchanted?
I mean, you wouldn't relay mechanics thing, obviously, but
As I assume we're going back to a table to
Yeah,
discuss
yeah.
things.
do you say?
So I'll
anything?
pull everyone in and
Yeah.
there are no elves here.
Indeed.
No half elves. We're already looking for a Larissa who should be a half elf. It's a bit odd.
Yeah.
The only elf apparently in town is the lighthouse keeper, who keeps to
Yeah.
himself.
I think it's worth having a chat with this lighthouse keeper.
Yeah.
That would be my suggestion.
Shall we go now
What's the time?
before it gets dark?
At the moment, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4:30. Irene has come along at this point with a tray with a wine and 4 goblets on it and sets it down and says, "What time should I let cook know about dinner, my dears?"
We'll be back around 6.
Wonderful. I'll
I
get it
downed
ready
the draft in one.
Yes.
Ooh. 6:30, just so you've got time to get back from whatever it is that you're doing.
Yes,
Sounds marvellous.
Just finding our bearings. Also, might you point us in the direction of the famous spring?
Oh,
I know
the
it's closed, but just for future reference.
Well, the spring is on the eastern side of the island, just outside of town. There's a small dirt path leading that way. It's very makeshift. There's still a lot of safety work to do, Mr. Estrup has said, but it'll happen in time.
Do you remember how long ago it was you discovered the spring?
Oh, maybe a few months ago.
And how long's the work been going on for?
Well, maybe a few weeks, not too long. Balls rolling and whatnot. You know, can't just start immediately.
Are there people working there now?
You know what, my dear? I don't know. I presume not, because at the moment you're my only guest, so we certainly don't have any out of towners doing any building works or safety works or anything like that.
Do you guard it just for people's safety, or?
Yes, it's fenced off, gated, padlocked. You know, we don't want any of the kids to go down there or.
No guards though.
No,
Not that you need it.
what would we need to guard a spring for? The only thing we would be guarding against is people to go down there themselves and hopefully not slipping down the rocks and cracking their skull open.
Dorian then leaves.
As we exit, I'm assuming we're all leaving the tavern.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
As we exit, Gregor sort of is just thinking about the weirdness of what's going on.
Yeah.
So everyone seems to only really remember a moment in time that was a couple of days ago. Is it worth us leaving some kind of breadcrumb trail to old Irina in there, give her a fun fact, and then in morning, if she doesn't remember it, we might have some kind of time loop on our hands, or see if they're forgetting things that are happening anew.
Maybe we should try it with someone who's more likely to remember. Irina seems a bit.
This is true. This
Anna.
is true. Yes.
Seems to know.
Where
quite a
is
lot.
the little scamp?
Actually, it'd be quite interesting
Stables.
if we read what she's written down.
Yes, it will be very interesting.
How far back does it go?
Be very interesting if she could, word for word, repeat the entire thing.
Tell you what, this is going to make a great story. You can see Dory's taking lots of mental notes.
I would like to take Amethyst to the stable and see how
Yeah, you
Anna
you-
reacts.
you brought out- yeah.
Yeah.
Anna's just like, Amethyst! She runs up and like glomps upon the round the neck of the horse, and the horse is just like. You get the feeling that the horse is just like, I'm resigned to my fate.
As she embraces Amethyst, say, strange Amethyst is still here with no Victor though, huh?
Well, maybe Victor went for a walk, but I mean, it is a little bit strange. Why are you here, Amethyst?
You have a good little think about that.
Could I have a look at your papers?
She pulls out some of the parchment that she's been writing on. It's playground gossip.
Guide.
There is more time devoted to Irina is evil than anything else. There's no real reasoning for it. It's just she's mean.
I think Gregor's just going to have a fun time reading it while we walk to the house.
Well, we're just going to pull you to one side and say, well, about this idea of leaving a breadcrumb and seeing
Yeah.
if they remember, why don't I take Amethyst back down to Victor's stable and see if Anna remembers Amethyst?
That's a jolly good idea. And any extra horse facts you can give her, see if she remembers them tomorrow.
I will ask her. I will quiz her on my horseback.
So you're going to take Amethyst back down to Victor's stable
And stable it.
and stable her.
Yeah.
Are you telling Anna this? Are you taking Anna with you? What's the?
I'm going to tell Anna that
Amethyst was just
we're just taking Amethyst with us on a walk.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I will ride Amethyst down to Victor's to save
I
time.
mean, it's like a minute walk.
I will ride Amethyst to Victor.
Sure.
And I will stable her there.
You stable Amethyst back up.
So we're on our way to the lighthouse.
Okay, you're on the way to the lighthouse.
Are you still detecting?
I think probably that time's probably expired now.
Yeah, but you can spend 10 minutes as a ritual to. So I presume when you were down there, you kind of had the fort and used a spell slot to do it.
Yeah.
I can do it as well, I think, right?
You can, but it will take up uses. You get a proficiency number of uses per day, so you can do it
okay.
twice per day.
You
Right,
carry on.
well, I'm going to
lick the
prepare a
lighthouse.
ritual, and what you see Dorian doing is he pulls out his mask and he looks at his mask as he's walking along towards the lighthouse, and the mask starts talking, but it's obviously there's no sound to Dorian, and the expressions change, and then the mask takes the shape of an almost crystalline eye goggles, if you like, on this alabaster mask, and then I put the mask on, and basically what will happen is I'll just activate the spell when it's ready.
Okay.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You head to the lighthouse. There's a path that leads out of town, heads up to the northern edge of the islet. There's a large stone lighthouse that stands at the end of it, overlooking the cove. The stone is different to the white stone in town. It's bleached grey, it's very old. There's almost a mustiness to it as you approach that seems to overpower even the salt in the sea air. And a small cottage sits at its base.
Okay. I activate the spell.
Yep, enchantment magic.
Cool. Go up to the cottage, knock on the door, I guess.
Looking inside, it's been ransacked.
Oh no.
Drawers have been pulled out, cupboard doors flung open. There's a body lying in the middle.
No!
Your
Jaw,
people.
my
people.
Was it Rakanzi's?
Rakanzi's rakish rapier.
Is the door locked?
No.
Okay.
The door is like ever so slightly ajar.
I push the door open and burst in.
Okay.
I'll cover you.
Yeah, the
Come on, that
body
just in
lying
case.
on the ground.
Yeah, go straight up to the body.
Is the body pink?
Yeah, is it
The body is no longer pink.
No longer pink.
What do they look like?
They're a half-elf woman.
very
What colour
cold.
is her hair?
She doesn't have any. She's
Can
been
I-
scalped.
Can I
She's
check
been
her neck?
scalped.
Crikey!
Can I check her neck?
Yep, she's got a hangman's noose.
It's the rest.
As you roll her over, you can see that she is blue, and there are bruise marks around her neck.
I
She's been
don't feel
strangled
very
to death.
safe here.
And scalped.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Gnarly.
So hang
Is
on, we were explained that she was blonde, right?
Yes.
Okay.
any idea that I can intuit of how long she's been here?
Make a medicine check, please.
Okay.
You can all make a medicine check if you so wish.
Okay. Ooh, 18 for me.
No.
I can only assume I don't even know if she's dead or not.
Are you alive?
She's been dead for about a week,
A week.
which tracks with the.
Think of the smell.
Lack of contact.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a pleasant sight or smell in here.
yeah, Dorian says she's been dead a week. Obviously, there's no enchantment here anymore. Search her.
There's a pouch of gold. She's got maybe 10 gold pieces in there. She has a sword on her. She has her armor on her, cloak.
Does she have a sending stone?
She doesn't have a sending stone.
Is there any magic coming from the sword or the armor or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
I assume stairs up to the top of the lighthouse as well.
The cottages are separate.
Oh,
it's
the
at the
cottage is
base,
separate,
but it
okay.
is a separate entrance, yeah.
Can we investigate the property itself?
The property
Which is
itself
knackered.
is just knackered. It's been ransacked. It's been like torn apart, basically.
This doesn't give me much hope for Errol.
No.
Shall we check the lighthouse?
Yeah.
You approach the lighthouse. There's a large oak wood door.
Is it locked?
Would you like to open it?
I would like to put my ear up to it first. Is there a keyhole or anything?
Yeah, there's a keyhole. There's a
Can I
big old,
look through
like,
the
iron
keyhole?
lock. Yeah, you don't see anything. Well, you can see a set of stairs.
Can't hear
going up.
anything?
Nope.
I will open the door.
Okay. Could you make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
Push the door open and you feel something go slack.
No, I don't. 25.
25. You feel a rope go slack and you hear a and you quickly pull the door closed almost instinctively as you hear a and effectively 4 metal spikes protrude out of the door.
Okay.
Could you all make a perception check, please?
That was close. 15.
15?
12.
15.
I'm gonna use a luck. 12 now.
You do all notice, as you sort of move back, you've seen it, you hear a rustling atop. You can see a figure just dash inside the main parapets of the lighthouse.
Right, well now the trap's been sprung, Dorian will crank the door open.
Yeah, as you
I'm
enter,
now taking a step back. You can
you
go
see
forward.
that it's effectively like it was like part of a rake, and it's been hooked up to a small pulley system, and as the door's opened, it's attached to a rope which is loosened and caused it to swing down.
I'm presuming there's only one way up and down this lighthouse.
Yeah, it's a single spiral
And
staircase.
it's pretty tall.
Yeah, it's about 3 floors. You head up the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep your wits about you. You're going first.
I'm asking a question.
anything-
Yeah, I've opened the door.
stand up,
Well, you
you
can
go.
go past me as I
Is there
cut the
anything we
rope.
can cover our heads with as we're walking up the staircase?
I'll go first. I got loads of hit
In
points.
the center of the spiral, can I look up it?
It's a stone column center.
Oh, yeah.
The stairs are made of
There's
wood.
not like a banner. I can't overwatch for these guys with Bertha.
Nice.
I'll head up.
Okay, you're heading up.
Okay, I'll follow you because
I've got the bag.
I don't feel safe being on my own anymore.
Are you going up?
I'm going up in a rage.
In a rage? Okay, very good. As you begin to make your way up, you see you feel some of the floorboards underneath you begin to. Could you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, that's
following slowly, carefully.
5. You fall through the floorboards.
Try and catch him as he drops.
Am I grappling hook after him?
Oh, nice.
Grappling her.
My feather fall.
Yeah, you absolutely can. So as a reaction,
Hook! I'm made of flesh! Waiting for you to grab.
oh right.
Grab this! I'm just gonna pierce I got him! I'm firing out like a harpoon.
You begin to fall down towards the lower floors, but you hold you in place.
Ah, well
and
done, old chap.
You begin to so you avoid the 12 points of bludgeoning damage that you would have suffered for falling.
Marvelous.
So there's now a massive hole in the stairs.
There's a big hole in the stairs, but you just come back round.
Yeah, oh, okay. I'm not gonna have to pull you back.
No,
Not
no,
that
no,
high up.
no.
I always imagine you're at the top of the lighthouse. Oh, okay.
Okay, I leap over that hole and carry on.
You continue to go on just up. Anything else that did you want to do it in any particular way?
I'd be a bit more.
Well, yeah,
careful.
obviously
I'm
going to
going
be
carefully.
careful.
You know, you've got to clarify these things, because otherwise I assume you're just going to run head first.
No.
I already said I was walking carefully.
Well, he yeeted ahead with
I was
rage.
raging.
Okay, so could who's in point? Who's at point now?
So now I
believe
am.
it's you.
Could you
Yours
make
is
a
fine.
perception
I'm
check,
behind,
please?
Who, me or?
You, please.
Yeah. 16.
16. You see a small tripwire as you reach the second floor.
Can I disarm
set of staircase.
Yeah,
One of you can try and.
I
disarm
point
it.
it out to you with my rapier.
While you're disarming, can I just start shouting up the stairs? Because I feel like these traps might be to prevent someone scalping this elf.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like, what was his name again?
Arl.
Arrow.
Errol.
Aaron! Is that you that left all these lovely traps for us? We come in peace. We don't want to hurt you. We're just trying to investigate what's going on in this town.
And Errol was the one that was sent there.
No, Arrow
it's
is
the
the one
one
that has been here. He's the elf in town.
Okay.
What? Sleight of hand, yes.
Sleight of hand.
Do I get any extras for my thieves' tools?
Do you have expertise or anything like that?
I have thieves' tools +4.
It's with the +4 then.
Oh, okay. In which case, 17.
You snip the wire, grab the end of it, and pull it off to one side, tying it round a banister, just to ensure that the tripwire itself doesn't get activated.
I am so good at this.
You begin to head up and you see that the tripwire runs all the way along and is attached to a set of 5 barrels, which were held in place by the tripwire. You assume they would have fallen down and down the stairs.
Oh,
Well, now I've done that and I've heard you shout out.
Aaron!
We're from out of town. We're here to find Victor. Something very odd is going on. No one seems to know where he is, or they think he's gone out, but his horse is still here, and we don't know what's going on.
Is the lighthouse enchanted?
It's the lighthouse.
There's enchantment.
The
everywhere.
lighthouses.
Wait, everything. Okay, yeah. I'll stop asking.
We saw what happened to our friend next door. We want to make sure you're okay.
Larissa, we were sent to communicate with her.
Errol!
Keep going up the stairs.
You get no response. You reach the top of the lighthouse, and there is a door at the end of the staircase.
Check for traps.
Check for traps.
Investigation check, please.
All of us?
Yeah.
I feel like it's worth us all doing.
Ooh! 23!
18.
Oh, 21.
12.
Nothing that you can see. You move to the door.
Is it pickable?
So I still
Would
get
you
a plus,
mind?
so I get +6 for my sleight of hand and +4 for my thieves' tools doing this.
It's
then.
just +6.
Oh, it's just +6.
Because that's
Well,
your
it's
sleight of
19.
19. Yeah, you hear the lock click. It's barred on the other side.
Oh no.
You hear behind it like, get back, witch! Go back to your darkness!
Ooh.
It's quite harsh. Wouldn't necessarily call myself a witch.
There's no witches here.
Are you Errol?
I said, get away!
I can assure you, if you look through your keyhole, you'll see I'm certainly not a witch.
And we're not murderers either. We're here to find out what happened to Larissa down there.
Don't know any Larissa.
The elf that's dead in your cottage.
What? No, I didn't do it.
Well, who did?
The witch! You need to get out of here. You need to leave Arcport. Forget you ever come here. Burn the bridge down. Burn the whole bloody town down for all I care.
Why don't we burn the witch?
You won't be able to find her.
Or if you help us, maybe we could.
No, it's not.
Maybe we could break the enchantment that's going on in this entire town.
You see movement behind the keyhole. You've got to get out of here, girlie.
Show him my ears.
You need to get out of here.
What's going on here? Where's Victor? Why does everyone say he's gone?
Because he is gone, isn't he? Him and some of the others.
What others?
A couple of them that wouldn't sell. I didn't want to sell. She didn't like that. I don't know. She's
Where is this witch?
in the corner of your eyes, in the shadows of your mind. She tries to come in my dreams, but that don't work. You'll know it, won't you, girlie? Oh, we're immune to the dream weaving, to the touches of the verdant, you know, don't you? Half-blood, but it still flows through your veins. But she can't get me up here. She can't get me up here either. You hear like a tapping on his head. So she tries to, so she sent some of those poor fools down in the village to draw me out. Worried about you, Errol, they said, filthy liars. I fought them off, I barricaded myself up here, set those traps. Now I've got to set them again because of you lot. Oh no. Sometimes she sent the ghouls after me, sent the rats. She's trying to gnaw at me, gnaw at my head, gnaw at my body. She can't get my spirit, so she tries to gnaw my bones. Stupid. Just gave me meat I can last longer, meagre as it is. Got to keep the light going. I've got to keep the light. I've got to, I have to. I've got to do it for them. They need me to.
What's so important about the light?
Keeps everyone safe, keeps the shit safe, keeps them away from the rocks, keeps them away from Arcport. Gotta do it. Do yourself a favour, you've got to get out. Don't come back, you tell them to stay away. Burn it down, the people here are lost, you can't win. You'll end up drowned on the beach or in her belly as breakfast.
Did she come from the spring?
Not from the spring itself, beyond it. The verdant. It's effectively the Fey realm. Sleeping in there, I don't know, passed through, doesn't matter.
Can we find her right if we get to the spring?
What you want to do is leave.
Well, we're gonna go find her.
Then you're going to find your deaths, aren't you?
Well, we'll see about that.
Wouldn't be the first time.
You can't just stay up here forever. What is your plan? You're just going to die on top of this lighthouse?
If I have to.
Surely you'll run out of food soon.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, but got some rations to last another. It's all a little bit fuzzy. Couple of weeks maybe. And she keeps sending the goals after me as well. It'll last me a little bit longer as well.
Can't you leave, Errol?
If I can, they'll get me. Surprised they've not gotten you yet, but you've not been here for long, have you? Otherwise you'd know, wouldn't you, girlie?
Who is trying to get you?
The hag.
The hag? Oh.
Okay.
We'll stop the hag.
Of course you will. Just quiet and silence.
I have a feeling if we go to sleep in this village, things will take a bad turn for us.
It's not going to be a good time.
Quite a few of the people here have recommended we stay at the inn. Perhaps that's part of the enchantment.
Right.
Enchantment.
Nice.
Sorry.
Maybe we should just go straight to the spring.
I agree.
I
See
certainly
what
think we
lies
should
beyond us.
investigate it. Yes.
How difficult would it be to reset Errol's traps behind us?
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
I don't think we have that long.
I don't think we have time.
Do you wish to stay up here and eventually be taken by this hag, or
I'm not
would you
coming
like
out,
to?
and then I'll definitely be taken by the hag.
Well, you could come and help us, show us where to go.
We have a chance to kill her.
Yes,
We have a better chance with your help. Staying up here, you have no chance.
I need to keep the lighthouse going because the light will keep them all away from the town and from the rocks, and then they won't smash upon the bits on the shores.
But if you stay here, you'll die, and eventually none of it will matter.
Yeah.
It'll matter until I die then, won't it? But I'll definitely die if I come out. I'll be the first that she comes after. If she doesn't come after one of you lot first.
Are you armed? Do you have a means of protection?
You hear a thunk, like the thud of a crossbow bolt into the wood.
Marvelous. You keep that in your hands, okay? If that hag comes running, you shoot her.
You should get out. You should get out. Arcport's lost. Just tell them to stay away. Burn it down. Burn it down.
We're going to head to this spring.
Yeah.
Okay. You leave the lighthouse. When you enter the lighthouse, and all your time that you've been here, the sun has been shining and it has been very pleasant. It is now pitch black. There is a great dark storm cloud overhead. It is torrential rain.
Did we hear this in the lighthouse?
It started as you were heading down the stairs.
Okay. And now it's around what, like 5 o'clock?
About
4:30?
5:30 at night. Well, 5:30 in the afternoon. It is dark.
If there is a hag, I think she knows we're coming.
Right. Okay.
To the spring?
To the
Yeah.
spring.
Well, you'll have to find out what happens in the next episode. Thank you for joining us. Maybe you have unlocked some secrets in Arcport, or maybe you are heading to your doom.
You'll have on the Darkport.
Nice!
You will have to join us in the next chapter to find out. So until that time comes, which will be your doom, yes. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.